Hi everyone, it's Marlene. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I have so much makeup, as you probably are well aware of it, that I thought I should incorporate some of these products that I have, because I'm sure that many of you have many of the same products. So I thought, well, for Saturdays, for my Get Ready With Me, I'll start using some of the products that I already have and maybe show you a different look or show you how I use a certain product. And if there is a certain product that you would like to see, please let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a Get Ready With Me with a certain product or a certain eyeshadow palette. I would love to do it because I'm here to, yes, to get to know you and because it's my passion and all of that, but I also want to bring to you videos that you would like to see. All right, today I'm going to use Tarte, and I have a few palettes from Tarte. I was originally going to use this one for this look, but I thought there would be more viewers that would have the Tartelette in Bloom. So since today is Tarte, we are going to use as much as I can Tarte products. I am putting my hair. I don't have messy hair today. I got it cut again. It was driving me nutsos, absolutely bonkers, because it was just like straight all the way across and I couldn't deal with it. So I had it stacked a little bit in the back. The way I really like it is really stacked in the back with that, I guess it's called an inverted bob, and it just comes to a drastic angle right in front. But now my hair is short. Hopefully it's gonna grow out quickly. I'm going to start with Clean Slate 360 Creaseless primer. You know, I don't usually use primers. I use them sparingly, just the drop, my fingers and on the lid. I don't know why I don't. I have yet to figure out if it really does help or not. Just because this video is Tarte, I am using this. I'm also trying to go through products and I'm getting there on this. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. For foundation, I am using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I had totally forgotten how much I like this one. And I use mine in Tan Sand. I remember when I purchased this foundation, I really, really liked it. I remember it covered really well and it's not thick. But I have, I don't know, 10 foundations there, so I tend to forget what I've got. But I'm not buying, for now, I'm not buying foundations until I get through some of the ones that I have. Maybe I'll buy one here and there, but very, very rarely. I don't think there's any foundation right now that I really want. Actually, that's not true, because today I was watching, today is Sunday for me. You're going to be watching this on Saturday, but anyway, I was watching Jen Love's review. It's the only news show I watch. And she was talking about Giorgio Armani, some new foundation that is out, and I really wanted to try that. As you can see, it has nice coverage. I think one of the things that I like so much about this foundation is that the match is perfect for me, the color match. I'm taking some CeraVe eye cream. No, it's not Tarte, but I always like to put a little dab of eye cream underneath my eyes before I start applying the concealer. I think you noticed that I didn't apply any foundation underneath my eye. I know I sound like a broken record with that, but if there are any of you out there that do as many as the younger girls do and apply the foundation and then the corrector and then the concealer, you get a buildup of products. And if you get a flawless look, keep on doing it. Then this is not for you. But if there are some of you that are like me with a lot of lines underneath the eye and you find that you're ending up with that cakey look underneath the eye, that could be it, because there are products that are being placed one on top of the other. That's what would always happen to me. I would apply foundation all the way to my eyes and then a corrector, and then I would apply the concealer, and it just looked extremely cakey. So now I just avoid foundation underneath my eyes. I'm not going to use a corrector today because I do not have a Tarte corrector. So I am going directly with the concealer. The one I am using today is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This concealer is full coverage, creaseless, and it's waterproof. And I'll leave the color that I use down below because I don't have my glasses here and I can't remember. This is a very, very thick concealer. This concealer and I have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes I love it and sometimes I hate it. I'll put it to the side and I won't use it for a month or two. And then I'll take it out again. If you have tried the Makeup Forever that I like, the HD concealer, and you think that's thick, oh my gosh. This is super, super, super duper thick. And if you put on too much of it, it looks terrible. But if you use the right amount, if you find the exact perfect amount, it looks really nice. So I don't put it directly underneath my eye, and that's one of the things that I find that helps the most, so it doesn't look cakey on me. This is the Echo Tool Color Perfecting Minis. Love these, nice and soft and just big enough for concealers or correctors. And now I'm with an upward motion, just patting away. I'm taking some MAC Fix Plus, spraying my Echo Tool, and patting some more. MAC Fix Plus, and patting down the foundation. I'm taking a little bit more, just a drop of the concealer. I'm putting a little dot on my hands, and with a flat brush, if you can see that, just a flat brush, I'm going to do the outside outline of my eyebrows just to give it a more finished look. I usually use the Anastasia Pro Pencil. That's what I usually use for this, but I'm trying to use all of Tarte products. It just defines the brows really nicely, in my opinion. You know, for these get ready with me's, I'd rather just do a simple look that you can use for every day or nice dinner. This is not any glamour look. I'll place a picture of the palette up in one of these corners, and I'll put an asterisk or a little heart or something of the color that I'm using because I think it's better. This palette has a great big mirror on it and I don't want to blind you. For all over my lid, I'm going to start off with Charmer, and I'm using a big fluffy brush, tapping it out and applying it from my lid all the way to my brows. I'm using a fluffy brush. This is Morphe M433, but you could use any brush that you like for the crease. And I'm going to start off with Sweetheart, which is a light mauve color, and that's what I'm going to start creating a crease. I love this palette because the colors are so incredibly pigmented. It's one of my favorite palettes. It's nice to travel with too because you can go for glamour look, you could do it for an everyday look, just as simple or as glamorous as you really like. I'm going to wipe off that brush, and now I'm going to use one that's a little bit deeper, and it is Rebel, also right in the crease, just to give it some dimension and try to give myself a crease where there is none. Now I'm going to be using Morphe E22, which is a thicker blending brush, and I am going to blend the two colors that I have just applied. What I want to make sure is that I don't have any harsh lines anywhere. I just want the colors to mesh in together and be as seamless as possible. Now I am going to use Leader, which is right in the same line. I'm just going right across. The nice thing about these Tarte palettes is that if you could just stick to one line if that's what you want to do, if you are not really sure. So it's very user friendly. You have your lids and then your creases and then for your outer V, and if you just stick with that, they're very, very simple. So again, this is Leader. I'm going to go from the outer corner. I'm going to go up and have it join the crease. Once I make that guide, then I go ahead and I fill it in. And you guys must be sick of seeing me do the same thing over and over again. But you know what? It's really what works. For me anyway, for my hooded eyes. I'm going to go back with the same blending brush. I'm looking at myself in the magnifying mirror, and you know, the more I use these primers, these eye primers, the less I like them. I don't know if it's because my lids don't need it or because they don't like it, but I just feel that whenever I use, even if I use the smallest amount of an eye primer, it almost looks crackly on my lid, if that makes any sense. It just looks as if it accentuates all the lines and creepiness in my eyes. Do any of you have that problem? That's why I probably don't usually use the eye primer. I have a few that I purchased and I want to try because it could very well be that one that I've been using. Okay, well, I said simple. So we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to add a little bit of Activist, which is a darker brown, to that outer V, just to darken it up there just a bit. And I'm going to blend. The darker that that little hint of darkness in the outer V really helps to open up the eye. When you add in your movable lid color, it will make a nice contrast with the shimmery color that you apply to your movable lid. And that contrast is really what's going to open up your eye, in my opinion. Whatever is left over when I start blending, I just bring it in through, and it just adds dimension, and it just doesn't look like just one flat color there. Now I'm going to be using the Morphe E14 brush, which is a very dense flat brush, and I am going to use, what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use Funny Girl. It's a champagne. And I'm going to put it all on my movable lid. And notice that I am patting. I'm not really bringing it back and forth. I'm going to take a small, flat Bare Minerals brush that I have here that's as old as anything. And I'm going to take some Firecracker, a bronzy type color, and I'm going to apply it right in the middle between the outer V and what I just applied to the movable lid. Why? I don't know, because I thought it would look good. Just in the very center. Now I'm going to take the Morphe 515, which is a tiny, tiny, tiny little pencil brush, and I'm going to go back to Funny Girl to do the inner corners. Now I'm going to use the Morphe E36. And by the way, this is not sponsored by Morphe. The only reason I have so many Morphe brushes is because I have a subscription, because I also have a brush addiction. And it's really, it's about, I don't know, $22 a month or something. And you get like anywhere between 3 and 5 brushes. So I have lots of Morphe brushes, and you know, I love them. They work very well. They don't shed. I wash them and I wash them and I wash them, and they always stay the same. So therefore, I am using my Morphe brushes, E36. I'm going to use Activist, which is the dark brown, to do my lower lash line. I'm going to take some Rebel and just add a little bit down to the bottom of the lower lash line. I think I'm going to bring it out a little bit. We'll clean it up in a moment. Now I am going to take a pencil brush, and this is the M507. It's a pencil brush and it's a little fluffier. And I am going to take Smarty Pants. I'm going to come over to where I started off with the crease, just to blend everything together. Now I'll take the flat brush again. I'm just cleaning it up on a towel. And I am using the E14 again, and I'm going to take Charmer now, which is the lightest color on the palette, and I'm just going to apply some right by my brow bone. And a little bit right above my brow. Now, I am going to take a little bit of the concealer. I'm taking an angle brush by Real Techniques, just a tiny little bit, and I'm going to clean up right out here. You know, our natural instinct is to, when we're applying eyeshadow, is to do this. Is that because what goes up must come down? I don't know. But what happens is that if you do this, then what you're doing to your eyes is slanting them down. And if that's the look that you're going for, then you go for it. But if you don't want to go for that look, then you want to have it slanted up. And one way to fix it is by, there are many techniques for this, but this one's easy. Some light camera lashes. Okay, this is what we have so far. I don't think this palette is available anymore. This is the Tarte's blush, and I think that this is from last year. And in this palette, the shades that you have are Live, Laugh, Love, and Dream. I love this palette, I really do. And I have a few Tarte blushes, but this is the one I really like. Use whichever one you have. I'm going to use this small Luxe brush. It's in number 512. And I'm going to start off with Love. I'm going to do this like a 70s look. I'm going to contour with blush. Let me know if you have this palette, if you ever picked it up. My Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to take Dream. It's more pink here, I guess. Bring it up to my temples. I don't know how this is looking on the video, but in my mirror, this foundation is looking really blotchy. Maybe it's just me because I'm not wearing glasses. So I'm sure that you will all be telling me. I'm using this chart, and you get the lipstick on the one end and the gloss on the other. And it is in Sass. I blotted the lipstick a bit because I don't care too much for that color with this shadow. And here's the finished look. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this Tarte Get Ready With Me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're not unsubscribed from my channel, and so you'll be notified on Saturdays and Mondays when I upload new videos. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.